Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we are making a brothy vegetable soup that is just in time for fall.
Grab a plate, 'cause it's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you're here, and guess what? It is fall. And you know what that means to me? That means soup. This is my absolute favorite season of the year because of soup. I absolutely love soup. So if I absolutely love soup, that's kind of a high bar, right? This recipe has to be really good, and it is. This one actually, my husband Jeffrey came up with the base of this one just a few weeks ago, and it was so delicious. We just kept working on it, and I think this is a winner. So we're gonna jump right into it. I've got my Instant Pot here on saute, because we're gonna saute the onions first. And this is just one large, this is a white onion, but you could use yellow onion or red onion even. And I'm not gonna put any liquids in there. We're just gonna kind of babysit it here. And if it starts to stick just a little bit before they're done cooking, you can always add just a little bit of your vegetable broth, and that will get it unstuck right away. Super easy. We don't need to use any oil or anything like that. Okay, so while these are cooking, I want to share with you, we have a super exciting project that we're starting. We're starting on our next cookbook. So it's our volume 2, and we're going to self-publish. So the exciting part of it is that we're going to do this with our community. So we'll leave you a link in the details below if you want to check it out, or if you want to be a part of the decision-making process, because we're going to allow our community to make help us to make a lot of the decisions on how the book's going to look, what's going to be in it, like what the pages are going to be like. And we're also going to include some of your transformation stories in there, kind of in a fun way, but we'll figure that all out with the community as we go. So be sure to check that out, because it's going to be so much fun and so exciting. We'd love to have you along for the journey. All right, so we're just going to wait for our onions to go translucent, maybe just slightly brown them a little bit, and then we'll start adding our other ingredients.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Nutrilicious. Nutritional yeast is an essential ingredient found in every modern-day plant-based kitchen that actually dates back to ancient Egyptian times. Nutrilicious nutritional yeast is a powerful superfood that is gluten-free, low in sodium, non-GMO, and 100% vegan. Nutrilicious is high in dietary fiber, pound for pound has more protein than beef, and is full of the cheesy flavor we crave. As a very special deal for our viewers, click the link in the card or in the description to save up to 55% off of your order.
Okay, now that our onions are done sauteing, we're going to turn that off. So I'm just going to push cancel for now until we get our other ingredients in there, so we don't end up burning this. All right, that looks great. All right, so I'm going to add the spices in first. We've got a half teaspoon of thyme, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. You know how we like our smoked paprika. I swear, I think I use this in almost every recipe of ours. And we have 1.5 tablespoons of tamari. But you can use whatever, if you have soy sauce, that will work the same, or Bragg's, that will work the same. I think the tamari in a vegetable soup just adds a little bit more depth of flavor. All right, so we've got 3 carrots diced up, pretty small. They're smaller than bite size. And I like to cut up all of my vegetables kind of in a uniform shape or size. The potatoes are just a little bit bigger, just so that when you get a scoop of soup up there, you kind of get a little bit of everything. They all fit on the spoon. 3 stalks of celery, diced. And then I have 1 whole bag of chopped spinach, frozen spinach. It's a 1-pound bag. And if you want the exact ingredients for everything, we'll give you a link for the printable recipe in the details below. Okay. And this is 3 potatoes, and like I said, just you know, a little bit bigger than the other ones, than the carrots and the celery. Then 1 can of tomato paste, and this is a no salt tomato paste. And the 1 can is 6 ounces. And that's really, this is going to provide most of the depth of flavor. Of course, we are using vegetable broth, but I find that if you use tomato paste and vegetable broth together, it just makes the most delicious broth. It's really rich, has a lot of depth. It really helps. Okay, then we're going to do some cracked pepper, probably about a half teaspoon. And then 2 liters of vegetable broth. And this is the 365 brand, the Whole Foods brand. So when you're looking at your vegetable broths, I know I've said this before, but there's some of you out there that are new to this. If you want to keep this super low fat, check your labels on your vegetable broth because most of them use oil or added oil. But there are certain brands like this brand that don't contain oil. Because you don't really need to add oil to your vegetable broth. What is that doing in there anyway? It's not adding any flavor, that's for sure. All right, so 2 liters, or that's 1 liter. Sorry about that, I only had 1 liter out here, so I had to go grab another liter of vegetable broth. So get that in there. And my Instant Pot, let's see, is this an 8 quart? I think this is the 6. It's either the 6 or the 8 quart. It's not listed here on the Instant Pot. Okay, so we're gonna put the lid on. And we're gonna push pressure cook. And we're gonna put the timer on for 17 minutes. So it's already set to 17 minutes. And that's all you have to do. It does its own thing, it'll turn on. It takes about, there it's saying it's on. It takes, you know, a good 15 to 20 minutes to get up to temperature. Make sure you've got your vent closed so it's not gonna let all that beautiful steam out. And then when that's done, I'll let you see what it looks like. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share with you some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our new Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting members. By becoming a supporting member, you gain access to great member perks like monthly product giveaways, free downloads of our ebooks, and access to our in-depth courses, including our 28 Days Plant-Based Made Easy course, where we offer a step-by-step guide to making the switch to a fully plant-based diet. We create this show for the hundreds of thousands of viewers just like you who tune in each month from all over the world to make it easy for everyone to live a plant-based lifestyle. So if you love our content, please join us on our mission and become a supporting member today by following the link in the description. Okay, let's get back to the show. All right, guys, I just vented this and let the steam out. Here we go. Oh, wow, look at this. Come on and take a look. This is so, oh, I love soup. It smells delicious. Okay, so a tip here, this is a brothy vegetable soup because that's what I like. But if you like thicker soups, then just use 1 liter of vegetable broth and you'll get a nice thicker type of, like a chili type of soup. So I'm gonna grab my bowl and I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Woohoo, it's tasting time. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, this is so hot. I hope I don't burn my mouth here. I forgot my cracked pepper. That would be the only thing I add to this is a bit of cracked pepper on the top, and that would make this perfect. So be sure to give this a like, guys, And I will see you next week for another great recipe. Eat those veggies.